Welcome to Living in Beauty. It's Friday, August 9th, 2019, day 1117 on the road, and we're in Cape Ann, Massachusetts. What's Mystic? An old fishing village in Connecticut? Why is it called Mystic? No idea, but they say the kayaking is good. And that's about how the conversation went in Maumee Bay, Ohio, as we sketched a plan for what we'll always remember as that crazy hot July on the East Coast. So far, August is a relief. The very first day, she came in cool and dry as a Catskills comic. But she's still young. Hope she isn't toying with us. Still, the heat is on. To try to see too many East Coast places in too little time. Outrunning the weather has upended the 4-3-2 rule. Now we're 4-3-1-ing. And the pace is a challenge because life. The daily workout, groceries, rig maintenance, laundry. One bad sleepless night can throw me off for 2 precious days. But there's at least one rainy day a week, so we use that to catch up. When life moves too fast, I find breath in cherishing moments. When we were kids, traveling in the back seat of the family station wagon, my sister taught me a neat trick. If I focused on objects as they zipped past, I could, for a fleeting moment, put the blur on pause. This little miracle of focus happens naturally in moments of trauma, but with some discipline, it can be commandeered through emotions like love and joy. Our circuitous 123-mile route from Jersey City to Mystic, Connecticut could have been accomplished in a day, but since we have Harvest Host membership, we stopped 50 miles short of Mystic at Bishop's Orchards Farm Market and Winery. After Jim checked with the manager, we found a lovely grassy hillside spot that delivered a westerly evening breeze from a lake. We agreed to postpone concern about the beer weight we've been putting on since Jersey City. I made a refreshing caprese salad, and after the sunset, we watched Mystic Pizza, a film we sidelined during our parenting years, and researched things to do in Mystic. The campground near Mystic wasn't what we expected for a sun community, but it was our only option. Once again, on the East Coast, we settled for a great location, only 3 miles from downtown, but with low-touch services. But at least the Verizon cell signal was good enough for Jim to spend the next day on an 8-hour conference call to San Diego. The electrical hookup was in good condition, so we went to town, leaving Pico in the air-conditioned trailer. Walking and cycling are both good ways to see Mystic. Due to the heat, we drove from our campsite the 3 miles into town, parking on a side street in the beautiful historic neighborhood. We walked in 98 degrees with high humidity, admiring shop windows, strolling in the park along the shoreline, observing how much love and care the residents and business communities invest in this old port village. But walking was hot work, so we tried cycling, which was only a slight improvement that didn't last long. It was so hot, even the bees were taking the day off. Later, we had a cold supper at the treehouse, where I spied a place to launch my kayak. The best way to view this area is from the water. Mystic is a confluence of lands, towns, and cultures brought together by the water, or Missatook, the native Pequot word for estuary. Mystic is a beautiful mess, where the lines between different kinds of land and different kinds of water are in constant flux. Not even the bridge is static. But the next day, Jim would be saving the world on his conference call with a healthcare committee he still serves. I used that day to wash the Hocking Hills off the trailer. The following day, it rained from midday through the night, poured like a busted pipe from Mount Olympus. Straight down, no wind, for an hour or so. In San Diego, that's at least 59 minutes over the annual average. 3 minutes of downpour like that in SoCal, and the locals drop to their knees in prayer, houses slide, coyotes sprout gills. But Jim and I still like it. We'll do the Tiki Room at Disneyland 3 times in a row just for the rainstorm part of the show. So we sat outside soaking up the cool air, lightning and thunder, and looked up famous people from Connecticut. There'll be more Mystic tomorrow. I love how the sky wakes up, grinning ear to ear after an all-night storm. What a perfect day to take in this bucket list village that no less than a dozen people and followers have recommended we see. So I spent the next 3 hours on my kayak, and I would love to post the pictures I took while paddling beneath that beautiful blue sky. But I can't because I dropped my iPhone in the river. Was I overheated or was I just careless? I can't say. Ah, well, the lesson had to be learned. I'd gotten cocky on the Hudson, taking photos without protection, and there it went, with a sickening wet plunk sound. Goodbye, iPhone. Oh, I did my best to recover it. Jim did too. No luck. But my sweet, forgiving husband took me out for a consolation dinner at the Oyster Club and ordered me a new phone and a new little iPhone life jacket to put it in. The next day, chastised, repentant, and with Jim's phone safely strapped on, I launched again. And compared to the previous day, it was blissfully cool. Though the wind and sky demonstrated potential for another storm, I really enjoyed that second day on the water, seeing Mystic in a completely different light. I'm still sorting this all out, but maybe I unconsciously leave things in places I love. That would explain all of my things that are probably still out in the world where I left them. My keys in a meadow in Teddy Roosevelt State Park, sunglasses on a rooftop in Italy, and another pair of prescription sunglasses on the bottom of Curry Hammock, Florida. And now my iPhone, the device that knows everything about me, somewhere in the Mystic. Does that mean I'm kinda still there? Thank you for joining us at Living in Beauty. If you like this post and want to be notified when a new one is released, please enter your email address and click the follow button at the bottom of this page. For more info, check out our travel maps and facts. Okay, that's it for now. Safe and happy travels. See you next time.